read from policy. Public comments will be limited to 5 minutes per person per person. In this case, Dr. Norwood will keep track of your time, and when the 5 minutes has expired, we will move to the next speaker. Rules for public discussion. Time limits will be enforced. Personal attacks on individuals will not be tolerated. Indecent language will also not be tolerated. Having said that, the first item is citizen request to address the board of trustees. Ms. Olson.
Good evening, members of the school board and administration. I'm so blessed to have begun my teaching career in 1982 when ECISD was like a family in the family business of education. It was all about teaching children. Unfortunately, we then sold ourselves out to the Corporation of Education. It now has become the business of testing children. I'm leaving after 30 years. I didn't want to retire this soon. To tell you the truth, I leave this career path I chose feeling betrayed and demoralized. Milam Elementary has been my home for 29 years. I've taught reading, math, 1st, 4th, 5th, and 6th, and dance. Milam's a great school with an awesome principal and vice principal. Teaching was my passion. I used to love it. I don't love it anymore, and this saddens me. But teaching's not the same anymore. It's changed. Some of it's good, like you've seen tonight, but some of it's not. I don't expect you to understand or sympathize unless you've taught in the classroom as long as I have. Mr. Sanchez and Dr. Kopek, have you ever taught in Odessa? How many years and what grades have you taught? How long has it been since you've been in the classroom? Teachers in this district are being held accountable for what is out of our control. How can teachers be accountable for learning and test scores when you hold the purse strings, you control curriculum, and you mandate methodology? How can teachers be held accountable when you make decisions that are not always in the best interest of students and teachers? How can teachers be held accountable when you don't give us the tools we need to reach all the students? Strategic Planning Committee was on the right track. It was all about the kids and their unique gifts, much like the New Tech High School. That was before your time, Mr. Sanchez and Dr. Kopek. Strategic Planning Committee strategy number 3 says we will equip our world-class team to accomplish our mission. Some teachers get $100 for the entire year to spend on their classrooms. Some, like my husband at Hood, got nothing. Teachers spend $300 to $500 or more of their own money every year on their students in classrooms. Have you adequately provided teachers with what they need to make students successful? Where does the money go? $5 million phone system? That doesn't help students. Lesson plans on Eduphoria is time-consuming and not all that beneficial to teachers and students. We have much more important ways to use our time than documenting every single aspect of our lessons on a computer. For a name like Eduphoria, to use the product has not proven educational or euphoric. Too much data, too much information, too many kids with many learning disabilities, and too many discipline problems. It's overwhelming. Do you understand? C-scope, your choice, not mine. Unproven, unfinished, and not implemented correctly. Too much, too fast, as my GT student said. Worst math program I've ever used. 40 to 50 class hours lost to C-scope testing and benchmark testing. That's 8 to 10 weeks of instruction. Your decision, not mine. It's not time that we're wasting, it's lives wasted. How long do you predict teachers will continue under these conditions? How long will students? The needs of our students should always be our first priority, not test scores. Teachers have always been willing to sacrifice their personal time, money, and energies for the good of the students. But this district continues to ask for more and more of the teachers. More meetings, more data, more tutoring, more students, more low kids, more discipline problems. The number of students with learning challenges and serious discipline problems is increasing in this district at an alarming rate, making teaching a daunting task. 1/3 of our students have difficulty learning. Another third have such seriously dysfunctional homes It's almost impossible for them to succeed in school. It's overwhelming and impossible for one person to help all these great kids. I hope you don't think that a state-of-the-art phone system, an intricate technological data system, and a one-size-fits-all curriculum, and one teacher alone is going to help all these children. It never has worked in the past. What do teachers get to help our students? Fewer teachers, no tutors, larger class size, no substitutes, so we have to double up on classes. Could mean the difference between having 25 in your class and 37 in a small classroom. Less SAS counselors, more time on testing. Why is it that with all the fancy programs and curriculums you've instituted in the district since TOS and TAX and now STAR, so many students continue to perform below grade level? The gap increases to high school until there's nothing left but to quit school, drop out. Nobody wins. 1/4 of our students, that's 600 who don't graduate every year. Who's failing who? We're failing them. You're failing us. Who's really responsible? If you were to experience firsthand what it's like to be in the classroom today, it would be obvious to you what needs to be done. Instead of undercover boss, you could call it undercover substitute. Maybe you'll even be on TV. Hood Junior High, most challenging school in the district, has been for years. I guess that's why you're reorganizing the teachers. Must be their fault the school scores so badly. Maybe it's their fault that the kids were out of control. Couldn't possibly be that the school has not had a good, strong administrator for many years. Can I please let talk 30 years? Yes, no, you have to give it to me. I'm sorry, you have to. This is too important,
I don't have to do anything, ma'am.
You've given, everybody else I've seen up here, you've given them
How
more
much
time
longer
than
do you
me.
need?
A minute and a half. I'll talk fast. Couldn't possibly be that the school has not had a good, strong administrator for many years. Couldn't possibly be that for the last 2 years, the principals were absent more than they were at school. Many teachers stuck it out, though, through years of tough times, so what do they get? Not a damn thing from their administrator for Teacher Appreciation Week, just a boot in the rear at the end of the year. Teachers work much harder than you give them credit for. 2 hours a week outside duty in freezing cold, missed lunches, infrequent potty break, the list goes on. No coffee breaks, no time. In the last 30 years, I've saved the district well over $30,000. $15,000 in sick leave, and I've spent over $15,000 on my classroom. And what do we get? Diminished health insurance, no raises, but some of you got one. That was a stab in the back to teachers. And the straw that broke the camel's back, sick refund money was taken from us. The money we saved the district, the money you got to spend, it was money taxpayers were willing to pay so that teachers could be encouraged to stay in the classroom to provide quality instruction instead of crowd control by a substitute. You could have showed your appreciation by grandfathering it in. That would have been the ethical thing to do. But instead, you chose to betray your teachers. You stole the money. You need to give it back. After 30 years of service, you took my $11,000. I got this watch. Thank you.